Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You know, we've all been there. A sappy commercial comes on, you stub your toe hard, you run out of guacamole at your Super Bowl party. Bam! Waterworks. But did you know your tears are more than just salty water? They're a powerful chemical cocktail with secrets you never imagined. That's right, folks. Tears are like the multivitamins of your emotions, packed with all sorts of fascinating ingredients. Stick around as we reveal 10 mind-blowing facts about tears that will change the way you see crying forever. You might want to grab a tissue, or 10. Let's do this! Alright, let's dive right into this terrific topic. First up, we gotta decode this chemical cocktail we keep mentioning. You see, tears aren't just some random salty discharge. Oh no, they're way more sophisticated than that. We're talking enzymes, lipids, antibodies. It's like a whole science experiment happening in your tear ducts. And get this, folks, tears even contain a natural painkiller. That's right. Your body is basically a walking pharmacy. This little chemical is called leucine enkephalin, and it's like a tiny ninja warrior fighting off stress and pain. So next time you're feeling overwhelmed, just let the tears flow and unleash those inner ninjas. But wait, there's more. Remember those antibodies we mentioned? Those little guys are like the bouncers of your eyes, protecting you from nasty bacteria. They're like, hey bacteria, not on my watch, get out of here. And then we've got lysozyme, another powerful player in the tear game. This enzyme is like a bacteria-busting superhero, capable of wiping out a whopping 95% of bacteria in just 10 minutes. It's like a microscopic power wash for your eyeballs. So yeah, tears are pretty amazing when you think about it. They're not just some random bodily fluid. They're a complex and powerful system designed to protect and heal us. And the more we learn about them, the more we realize just how incredible they truly are. Okay, so we've established that tears are more complex than a Justin Timberlake song. But did you know there are actually different of tears? It's true. Think of it like this. You've got your everyday tears, your, whoa, something's in my eye, tears, and your, this is so beautiful, sad, or funny tears. First up, we've got the basal tears. These are the unsung heroes of the tear world, constantly lubricating your eyes and keeping them moist and happy. They're like the stage crew of your vision, working behind the scenes to make sure everything runs smoothly. Next, we have the reflex tears. These guys are the first responders of the tear world, springing into action when something irritates your eyes, like dust, smoke, or that pesky onion that always makes you cry. They're like, hold up, there's something in here that shouldn't be, gotta flush it out. And last but not least, we have the emotional tears, the stars of the show. These are the tears that flow when we experience strong emotions, whether it's joy, sadness, anger, or anything in between. They're like the grand finale of the tear world, a powerful expression of our deepest feelings. Let's get real for a second, folks. Sometimes life throws you a curveball. Your favorite show gets canceled, you burn your grilled cheese. It happens. But here's the thing about those emotional tears. They're not just a sign of weakness, they're actually your body's way of detoxing from stress. See, emotional tears contain stress hormones. It's like your tears are saying, we're taking out the emotional trash. Scientists believe that crying actually helps flush out these stress hormones, kind of like a good cryotherapy session for your soul. So next time you feel those tears welling up after a tough day, don't hold back. Let it all out, my friend. Your tears are doing you a favor. It's like a free therapy session, courtesy of your tear ducts. Humans! You know, for all our talk about crying, it turns out humans are kind of unique in the animal kingdom. Sure, other animals shed tears, but those are usually just for lubrication, like those basal tears we talked about. But when it comes to crying from emotions, that's our thing, baby. Scientists are still trying to figure out exactly why humans are the only ones who shed emotional tears. Some think it might have to do with our complex social structures and the way we communicate and connect with each other. I mean, think about it. A good cry can really bring people together, right? It's like a universal language of empathy. So maybe, just maybe, our tears are a sign of our humanity, a reminder that we're all in this crazy emotional roller coaster of life together. Remember those awesome antibodies and lysozyme we talked about earlier? Well, they're not just hanging out in your tears for fun, they're actually part of your body's incredible defense system, fighting off bacteria like microscopic ninjas. Seriously, tears are like nature's hand sanitizer. That lysozyme we mentioned? It can destroy up to 95% of bacteria in under 10 minutes. So next time you're feeling under the weather, just remember those tears are packed with germ-fighting power. And here's another fun fact. Tears also help to wash away foreign particles that get into your eyes, like dust, dirt, and those pesky eyelashes that always seem to find their way in there. So yeah, tears are pretty much the ultimate eye protectors, keeping your peepers clean, clear, and free from invaders. Alright ladies, let's talk about something we all know to be true. We cry more than men. And no, it's not just because we're more emotional, although let's be real, sometimes it is. But there's actually a scientific reason for our superior tear ducts. Studies have shown that women cry on average 2 to 4 times more than men per month. And while societal expectations definitely play a role, no more telling women to man up when they cry. Hormones are also a major factor. You see, ladies, our bodies are basically hormone factories, constantly fluctuating with our menstrual cycles, pregnancies, and menopause. And guess what? Some of those hormones can make us more prone to crying. But here's the thing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with crying. It's a natural, healthy way to process emotions, and anyone who tells you otherwise needs to take a chill pill and maybe have a good cry themselves. Remember that natural painkiller we talked about earlier, leucine and kephalin? Well, it turns out crying doesn't just release stress hormones, it also releases this magical little compound that helps to reduce pain and honestly improve your mood. It's like your body's built-in therapy session. So next time you're feeling down, don't fight those tears. Let them flow and let that natural painkiller work its magic. And here's the thing. Crying isn't just good for your physical health. It's also good for your mental health. Studies have shown that crying can actually help to reduce feelings of stress, anxiety, and depression. So yeah, crying is basically a free, all-natural therapy session that can leave you feeling more relaxed, refreshed, and ready to take on the world. Now you might be thinking, Jimmy, this is all great. But what about those times when you to cry but the tears just won't come? That, my friends, is what we call crying without tears, and it can be a real bummer. It turns out there are a few reasons why someone might experience this. Some people have medical conditions that affect their tear production, like Sjogren's syndrome. Others might be taking medications that have dry eye as a side effect. And then there are those who have experienced emotional trauma or suppression so intense that their body has basically shut down its tear production as a coping mechanism. Whatever the reason, crying without tears is a real thing, and it can be incredibly frustrating. If you're struggling with this, it's important to talk to your doctor to rule out any underlying medical conditions. Alright, get ready for this one, folks, because it's a real tearjerker. Or should I say brain cooler? It turns out that crying can actually lower your brain temperature, acting like your mind's very own air conditioning unit. You see, when you cry, your body releases heat through the evaporation of tears. And since your eyes are located so close to your brain, that cooling effect can actually extend upwards, helping to regulate your brain temperature. So next time you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or just plain overheated, try letting out a good cry. It might just be the mental cool down you need. The taste of tears. Have you ever noticed how different types of tears can actually taste different? Yeah, it's a thing. And no, I'm not suggesting you go around tasting your tears, although you do you. But think about it. We've all tasted those reflex tears that come from chopping onions, and those are definitely saltier than those emotional tears we've been talking about. And here's the thing, the taste of your tears can actually tell you a lot about what's going on in your body. Emotional tears, for example, tend to be less salty than reflex tears because they contain a higher concentration of stress hormones and other proteins. So there you have it, folks. The next time you shed a tear, take a moment to appreciate the amazing complexity and power of these tiny drops of liquid emotion. They're more than just salty water. They're a reflection of our humanity. Well, there you have it, folks. The amazing, the incredible, the sometimes salty world of tears. Who knew those little drops of moisture were hiding so many secrets? If you learned something new today, and maybe even chuckled a little, come on, you know you laughed at my onion joke. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing facts. And hey, while you're at it, share your most surprising tear fact in the comments below. Did you know about the bacteria-busting power of tears? Or the fact that crying can cool down your brain? Let me know. Until next time, stay curious, stay hydrated, and don't be afraid to let those tears flow.